Hi, Judge. Christina Costantino here on behalf of Mr. Sullivan.
Okay, what are we doing on this case?
Judge,
I'm going to say that I just saw the email that the PD is withdrawing
Yes,
on this case.
I just signed the order that she was then appointed. I signed the order of withdrawal.
Just facilitate this discussion where we're headed. Ms. Apple had emailed me some information about the defendant's testing. I think the last time you were in court with this defendant, he was ordered to provide proof of testing.
Yes,
Because there is a violation report from our...
correct.
I don't want to put Ms. Constantino in a bad spot, but that's where I saw this conversation at least starting off.
yes.
Was there proof that he is testing?
I didn't have a chance to look at it.
Inside a tense courtroom, the case begins under a cloud of uncertainty. Judge Christina stays focused and alert. Meanwhile, the defense is falling apart. The public defender has stepped down, leaving Mr. Sullivan to face the situation on his own. Documents are being reviewed, and a recent violation report raises serious concerns. The court asks for proof of drug testing, but all that's provided is a vague mention of outpatient treatment. The pressure is high, and the outcome could be serious.
Your Honor, the information I received, it was not proof of testing, but proof of his outpatient testing, outpatient treatment to begin with the VA on Monday. When I spoke with him, he informed me that he had contacted community corrections to test at community corrections because there has been an issue, and obviously he wanted to be in compliance before coming to court, and he was informed by them that because of the violation he needed. I was going to request, I understand the court's pause here, but I was going to ask if the court would consider allowing him to test today and come back forward, informing me that he is going to be negative and that there will be no issue. And the proof that I provided was that he is beginning outpatient and has the scheduled dates on Monday through the VA.
So he's beginning outpatient through the VA beginning on the 25th.
Correct.
And he hasn't been over to test because they wouldn't allow him to test.
That's
Okay.
correct.
As the courtroom quiets down, the mood shifts. Miss Apple steps forward to speak on Mr. Sullivan's behalf. According to him, he tried to follow the rules. He says he reached out to community corrections, but was turned away because of a past violation. That's his version of events. He also claims he's starting outpatient treatment at the VA on Monday and insists he's drug-free. The judge listens, unsure whether to believe him, but still willing to give him a chance. The condition? Take a drug test today and prove it. The decision hangs in the balance.
Somebody comes to test because they haven't been testing, they won't let them test. That's logical as all. All right, let's do this. Can we prepare a new order? All right, I'm going to send you over right now to go test.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
You're going to come back clean?
I have prescriptions, but I have certain things that will come back negative or positive, but they are prescriptions.
You have prescriptions? Do you have copies of those prescriptions with you?
I have my phone and I have them in my car.
Okay, because they're going to make sure that you tell them that you have those prescriptions, so if something does come back, it will. Yeah, okay. We're going to give you a copy of the order. We're also going to send out, so they'll be waiting for you over there, okay? And I'll pass this minute.
Thank you, Judge.
Don't thank me, thank Miss Apple,
Yeah, thank you.
because you would have been like in trouble.
The courtroom grows tense as Mr. Sullivan is sent for immediate drug testing. But concerns quickly return. He says his prescription medications might cause a positive result, something that could seriously hurt his case. The judge tells him to bring proper proof. Instead, he mentions pictures on his phone and pill bottles in his car. Judge Christina, experienced and direct, makes it clear any false move or dishonest answer, and he won't be going home tonight. This isn't a second chance. It's a final warning.
Court calls the case, recalls the case, People versus Kevin Sullivan.
Image Canatra for the people.
Christina Costantino appearing on behalf of Mr. Sullivan, who's present and stands to my right.
You came back positive.
So, Judge, we did receive a copy
Oh,
of
you got a copy
the
of that?
results. Yes, your
Okay.
staff was kind enough to send those to me, and I did have an opportunity to talk to my client about them. It did come back as positive for amphetamine. He is under the prescription of several pills that do come back tested as amphetamine.
How do I know that?
He indicated to me that he went to community corrections. He tried to present them with his prescriptions. He has bottles and he has photos of them as well, and that they brushed him off and did not even look at them. We do have.
That's now?
That is what I've been told,
Find
Judge.
out, because we got no information that he did that.
Yes.
Let's back up a second. The other part is, though, that you told me when we were up here last that you went over to...
Sullivan returns, and the test results are in positive for amphetamines. The atmosphere in the courtroom shifts immediately. His attorney quickly steps in, saying it's due to prescribed medication, not illegal drugs. But the judge isn't convinced. The details are unclear. Sullivan says he showed his prescriptions to the staff, but there's no official record of that. Community Corrections also reports he never showed up. The story is falling apart. Conflicting statements and missing details pile up, and the judge is running out of patience. The truth is still uncertain, but the consequences are becoming very real.
Community corrections, and they wouldn't test you.
I said I called. I told Mrs. Apple I called, and he said that the thing was.
Okay, so then
She said that.
they dealt with that when you got over there.
I talked to her about it, yes. That's right.
And they're telling me that's not true. You didn't go.
She said, what, sir?
You didn't go, you didn't call.
I called. I talked to somebody at the front desk. They said that I have to get a new order. That's exactly what they told me.
And now I'm being told that they wouldn't take any indication of any prescription.
And she indicated to my client that he needed to come back on Monday to sign some intake paperwork and also provide his prescription documentation. Community Corrections also called while we were seated in the courtroom, and I think left a voicemail saying something similar to that effect.
Positive, that'd be positive. They should be a positive result.
Well, I can.
I'm on.
Are you checking with them now?
I asked if provided anything, a screenshot of models, and she said no.
She said I could not bring them. She had time to get me back over here. I have pictures in my pocket with my bottles. I've been on for 15 years.
And so, Judge, we have...
Hold it. Yeah, no, I hear that, but you keep telling me things that you say happened over there.
The judge takes a step back and goes over the timeline again. She reminds Sullivan that, under oath, he previously said he went in person for testing. Now, he's saying he only made a phone call. His story is starting to fall apart. Emails don't match what he's telling the court, and Community Corrections is disputing all of his claims. The pressure in the room builds. It's no longer just about drug use. Sullivan is now being seen as someone who may have misled the very system trying to give him a second chance.
That gave me the test. Said I do not have.
Hold on, before you start talking, because this is where you get yourself in
I'm
trouble.
sorry.
When you were here the first time before me, you told me that you went there and they wouldn't test you.
That's what Miss Apple.
Then they were watching these proceedings.
Yeah, she told me.
Yeah. So then the story changed that you called. You wrote an email to the court. They wrote an email to the court telling me that didn't happen either. Now you're telling me, because I asked you specifically before you went over, do you have those prescriptions with you? You said you have them on your phone.
I do. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Then you're saying you went over, and as I understand what you're telling me, they wouldn't take what you tried to show them. And we're just communicated with them, and that's not true either.
Judge, could I just have a moment with my client to clarify this?
Yeah, but don't let him go too far, because he may be staying with me tonight.
All right, Judge.
After a short discussion, Sullivan's attorney steps in, trying to clear things up. He says Sullivan did make a call about a week and a half ago. Today, Sullivan claims he went in person, asked about his prescriptions, and was told to come back Monday. The lawyer confirms that Sullivan has been on anxiety medication for some time. But by now, the damage is done. Each new detail only adds to the confusion. The judge isn't swayed. She's heard enough excuses and isn't buying them. Her message is firm: get clean or go to jail.
Sullivan then spoke to a female who told him, and who he asked the same question to, and they told him that he would get a letter on Monday during his appointment on Monday at 1:30 with them, and he would fill out his prescription information at that time. I have physically seen his prescriptions. He's been taking these medications for a very long time. He has a long history of anxiety and some mental health issues that these medications are required for him to take.
So, Dozer, who I believe is female, she did at least confirm that because she didn't want to keep us waiting. He is scheduled for a take on Monday.
And he does have a card to that effect, and it is Miss Dozer's card.
I'm adjourning the probable cause. I'll be here next week, Ms. Constantine.
I am, Judge.
It was just that April 2nd date that she couldn't do.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was. Thanks for reminding me.
March
Thanks. Appreciate that.
28th, 2024, 9 a.m. At this point, I'll let his bond continue. But if it comes back that his drugs don't show up as an amphetamine, then have everything in order, sir, because you'll be going.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you. Now we're back to Pat.
At last, the judge makes her decision. Sullivan will be allowed to remain out on bond for now. A new court date is scheduled for March 28, 2024 at 9 a.m. But her warning is sharp and direct. If his prescriptions don't perfectly match the drug test, or if his story changes again, he'll be taken into custody immediately. No more chances. As the courtroom clears out, the gavel comes down. Sullivan walks out a free man for now. But next time, that door might not open again.